let's just ask this question. If this virus just went away now, and at some point in the next few months, maybe into the new year, they come out with a vaccine, which has been the punchline of all this, as well as other things. And they say, oh, we've got a vaccine now. We've got a vaccine now. Everyone's got to be vaccinated. If nothing happened between now and then, how many people are going to have the vaccine? Oh, I'm not having a bloody vaccine. It's all gone away. That tells you something. It tells you something very clear. I've been hearing about this, the second wave, is there going to be a second wave? Well, of course there's going to be a second wave. When we go into the autumn, fall, and into the winter, what starts happening? Snotty noses, coughs, flu, pneumonia, respiratory problems. Can you imagine the hysteria that will take place as all those things are designated COVID-19 and the second wave has come? And what are they going to do then? They're going to go back into the lockdown. Because in the run-up to the vaccine, they want it to be mandatory because of what's going to be in it. We've talked about that in previous interviews. And so they want the fear factor of what's happening. Oh, COVID-19. No, you're redesignating the diagnosis. That's what you're doing. Of other causes. So easy. Why does this virus affect old people almost exclusively? Because they have all the other forms of death that can be redesignated COVID-19. Young people don't, overwhelmingly. So it's not affecting them. Well, it's not affecting them. And it's not affecting them because there is no frickin' virus, I would strongly suggest. But they have the other causes of death which can be redesignated COVID-19. They don't. That's why they appear to be massively affected, overwhelmingly affected. And by the way, in terms of not existing, just very quickly, I mentioned a little while ago that the latest Centers for Disease Control estimate is that the infection to death rate is 0.26%. Okay. We've now seen over months from doctors, other medical staff, etc., loved ones, families, the monumental level of fake death certificates where COVID-19 is on, which had nothing to do with the cause of death. Okay? Now, let's take that from the 0.26% death rate. What's left? Zero, I suggest, is left. But so if they're going to have this vaccine, part of it is to frighten people into having it because of everything's COVID-19. And the other thing is get them into lockdown, and those that won't have it, you say to them, you can't come out of lockdown until you do. And so you can see that another lockdown and another wave is not only coming, but it's absolutely essential to selling the vaccine. One other thing too, in this book, The Answer, should be out in a few weeks, I say that we're going to be given a series of shocks and upheavals, challenges of various kinds, often not on the face of it connected to COVID-19. It was only at the printers when all the race stuff started, the race division started. But another part of this shock, chaos, is going to be a food crisis. You know, if you can control the basics of life, and food is one of them, then you can dictate what people must do if they want the basics of life. That's what they want to control that. And they're all already in the process of manipulating a food shortage. We'll see this unfold at some point. It will be another form of control. And so what I'm saying is this is being ramped up and ramped up and ramped up and ramped up. In our first interview, you said to me, when does all this stuff end, in terms of what was leading towards the lockdown? And I said, it will end when the cult believes it has irreversibly transformed human society so it will never go back. But even that description of end, what I said was, at some point they will roll back the extremes of the lockdown, but only to a certain extent, because they have this agenda for what they want the world to be. And the pandemic hoax has given them everything they wanted, basically. Now, what they're not going to do is concede that back. They want to move on and ratchet up and take even more human freedom as this unfolds. And so we are going to face more and more extreme impositions the longer we keep acquiescing